Hello Jollie Dollies, hope you're well. I'm Navi and I'm a doll collector. Welcome to my channel, Reroot. So in today's video we are going to start tackling the Christie Jewelled Hair Mermaid Barbie. So she had a haircut. Her hair is quite soft actually. It is in quite good condition even though it's been cut, but it does feel different to the blonde and the other dollies. So yes, her hair was probably softer even though it's the 90s Kanekalon. So I'm going to carefully remove her head by, usually I just bring it back as much as possible, and then I carefully go around the neck. And if you have never rerooted 90s dolls before, do be careful because oh, that's better, sorry, because the plastic is a bit more brittle, so do take your time. If you feel like you need to heat the head in order to remove the head, by all means do that. Originally I was going to do the Christie without the fringe or the bangs. So just bear with me a second. I'm going to do this off camera actually. So I managed to get her head off without breaking the neck bag. The plastic is a bit less forgiving, so always be careful when you are removing 90s dolls. If you are not that experienced, by all means, just heat them up. Just put them in a plastic baggie. A clear plastic bag would be best. And then when it softens, you can remove the head because it can break quite easily. So I'm going to show you, I've got some Kanekalon hair already. It's black and it comes in a braid like so. Hope you can see that. And it's 24 inches long, which is which is the normal length that I go for with my jeweled hair girlies. And now I'm just going to cut the hair off as close to the scalp as possible. But I'm going to use they come with a little elastic band which comes quite, so it doesn't make a mess. I am going to wrap the original factory hair on, and I'm going to cut it off as close to the scalp as possible. You've seen me do this, so I'm going to get this off. Like so. As close as it goes. If you want to remove, usually I remove the earrings as well. So I'm just going to take the ponytail off first, and it does make a bit of a mess, but we can easily. Now I was in two minds about Kirstie, because Kirstie's, or Christie, I think it's Christie. So hair as close to the scalp as possible. Now, if I can get a second one, then I will do what I did with my first original ones, and I'm going to keep her in the original outfit. So there might be another reroot, another jeweled Kirstie reroot coming your way. Now with the earrings, I would suggest you warm up the head and remove them, just so you don't damage them if you want to remove the hair. So now I'm just going to, now the vinyl on these dolls is quite soft, which sometimes does make a reroot easier to do. And because this is Kanekalon hair, it's quite fluffy. And they didn't use to pack glue in these reroots, in these rooting dolls. They didn't use to put glue in them at all. I think it's in the noughties is when they started doing it, if I'm not mistaken. But these ones, I don't remember them having any. So I'm gonna carry on doing this off camera, and then I'll be back, and then we can start the reboot. Alright, Jollie Dollies, I've removed all the hair, and now I just need to go in with my cuticle, not my cuticle, which is just with my tweezers, and remove all that fluffy Kanekalon hair. Kanekalon hair, this Kanekalon hair that from the 90s that I used to use on Barbie, which, to be honest, I loved. And I do remember when I got the Jewelled Hair Mermaid Barbie, and the hair was just, the concept was great, but when we were playing with her, she always seemed like a bit out of sync with the rest of the dolls because her hair was so long, and we couldn't really do much with it. So I ended up cutting it to her knees, and it actually did help a lot because her hair became like really, it became softer, easier to manage, and it actually had a lot of movement. And then I also wet it with water, and then I discovered that you could, we had a very cheap hair dryer that wouldn't burn the doll's hair. So yeah, it was even better to blow dry it and do curls. I actually used to do curls with toilet paper, and I might, if you guys are interested on how I used to curl my doll's hair when I was a kid, please let me know and I'll do it. I might do it just for the sake of it. I think it came from watching a period drama or a telenovela of some sort. I think it might have been a period drama, and I looked at the way that women were curling their hair, and I thought, okay. Almost like Little House on the Prairie type, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. You guys are still not engaging in the video, so it's getting me a bit like, what am I doing wrong? Why is no one commenting? I don't think my videos are that bad, but if they are, I'm only doing the best I can right now. With the time that I've got, I would love to, if I could do this full time, I would be, I would probably be a happier person, if that makes sense. Having to go out into an adult for a really long time, it drains me too much, especially because I'm too much of an introvert. So if you know, you know. So I was off camera, so I do apologize. I just literally pick all the hair from the inside. This one doesn't fall like the normal one of now does, with all those little. But if you're unsure if you've got all the hair, what I tend to do is look on the inside. Sometimes I hold the doll's head to the light and have a look and fish out any other hairs. So this is all the hair that was inside her head. See how fluffy it is? It's way fluffier than the saran hair that we get now. And I also managed to remove her earrings without breaking them, which is an achievement. And I'm going to put them to the side. I'm going to put her body to the side as well. I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to wash a head. I normally do that before reroot anyway. And then I'm going to prep the hair that I've already got here. And then we can start the reroot. Alright, Jolly Jollies, let's get this reroot started. But before we do that, I'm just going to grab my clippers and just trim off those little pieces of plastic. Now she's all ready, so we're going to start with the hairline as per usual. I'll start filling the hairline all around, and then I will go and fill the rest. And for this one, I'm going to use Kanekalon hair, and I'm going to give her a fringe, and I am going to do my own version of the... So I'm going to do the gold version of my own creation of the did. So here I have my first plug, and we're going to find a hole. And I'm going to match my plug in my needle with that hole and punch it in, as I usually do. So she's going to be the same as the midge I just did, the jeweled hair midge that I did, but I'm going to do the gold version with a latex tail. So let's carry on. Just a quick one, I will be filling these bits in between where the rooting machine didn't get to also, okay? So if you see me punching in like so, it's because I'm creating new holes to put more hair in.